What's up, comic book fans? And welcome to Comics Icons. Now, JJ what they call me. And today, we got more Venom. This time with the all-new Venom issue number 1. And following the recent Venom war, the Venom symbiote has a new host now. But who it is, we don't yet know. And before I go any further, I just want to thank all you guys for all of the love that this channel has gotten since its existence, which has now crossed over the 1 year mark as of last week. So this is the first video after 1 year of existence. So I appreciate all you guys for taking this journey with me. But in this new series written by A.I.M, it starts as more of a mystery and trying to find out who the new Venom host is. And we'll be getting clues throughout this story, so make sure you guys pay very close attention to the details and the 4 suspects that we'll be given. And be sure to let me know at the end of this who you guys think that the culprit is. But if you guys are ready to start this new journey with an all-new Venom host, then you guys know what time it is. Let's get it. So when we kick this issue off, we get suspect number 1, Madam Mask. As she currently stands trial in a courtroom, and right now the prosecutor accuses Madam Mask of being a symbiote. Metaphorically, of course. She came from her own world, a world of crime, to feed off of innocent people. I mean, he's really reaching right now. While the defense objects and starts going after the prosecutor for trying to add in the effects of the recent Venom war to Madam Mask's charges from the gang war. And if you guys missed my gang war coverage, ironically, which kicked off this channel, then I'll put up a card at the end of the video for you. But the judge then steps in to reprimand both sides for playing games, especially since this trial is live and on air. But then we also see in the courtroom suspect number 2, New York City Mayor Luke Cage, who sits with Robbie Robertson as Luke expresses his displeasure in this federal trial being televised. He thinks it's all about the bread and the media circus, and then wonders whose kid will be the next to get a full media trial, which inadvertently reminds Robbie of his kid Randy that had gotten shot during that gang war, and although he survived, he was still a victim in all of this. But Robbie then tells Luke that while Luke's worried about who will be denied justice tomorrow, Robbie is more worried about what might happen today. He's worried that the prosecution might mess around and fumble this trial while trying to play to an audience. And he can't just sit around and watch without doing what's in his power to stop it, pointing the arrow at himself as suspect number 3. And even making Luke Cage question what he means, just before they're both interrupted by Rick Jones, who's now the new celebrity columnist on all things costumed at the Daily Bugle, as Rick introduces himself to Luke as the anti-J. Jonah. But Luke remembers him as a former Hulk, which Rick Jones was, along with many other things Marvel decides to write him in as. But as he says, he's been a little bit of just about everything. And who knows who he'll be next. That actually makes him suspect number 4. But then a guy by the name of Harlan McNeil is brought into the witness stand. Now, McNeil is a division head of A.I.M who was brought in to testify that A.I.M had an alliance with Madam Mask, which he confirms as he tells the court that when everyone you know wears the same yellow jumpsuit, you learn to recognize who's who. But I'm better than most. My doctorate focused on body language, subconscious physical tells as individual as a fingerprint. So I can absolutely confirm that is indubitably the real, actual, 100% authentic Whitney Frost, aka Madam Mask. But then he tells him that this farce of a trial is no longer necessary. We have human and electronic confirmation, sir. Translocate on my signal. As we then see that McNeil had called in the leader of A.I.M, Andrew Forson, and he teleports right into the courtroom, causing everyone to begin to scramble for safety. And Luke Cage even yells for Rick Jones to get Robbie out of here, which Rick does just as he interrupts Robbie about to tell Luke that he can help. Although Forson responds that nobody will be leaving. This is about making an example, I'm afraid. It's a piece of theater. And theater requires a live audience. And as another A.I.M agent materializes right in front of Robbie and Rick's escape, Rick recognizes that he's not yet fully materialized, and he kicks through the door, allowing them to get free. And once he does, he tells Robbie that now they can split up so Forson can't chase the both of them. And he tells Robbie to go and find a cop or something. But Robbie ominously whispers to himself, sure, I'll find something. Meanwhile, back inside the courtroom, after the agent fully materializes, he asks if he should give chase. But Forsen tells him to just focus on all the armed resistance instead. But that's when Luke Cage jumps in and he starts fighting back and goes right after Forsen. But the battle suit that he's wearing can take any blow and absorb the kinetic energy and redirect it. So he takes that newfound energy and blasts Luke Cage right out of the window. And as Luke falls out of the window, he says, okay, time to really go to work. Y'all see how each one of these suspects drops some kind of line that makes them look extra suspicious. But meanwhile, as Forsen finally turns his attention to who he actually came here for, Madam Mask, she's gone. Somehow she burrowed a tunnel right through her holding cell. And as he wonders how she got away, the all-new Venom jumps in through the window that Luke Cage was just thrown right out of. And as the new Venom comes in and starts taking out these A.I.M guys, he gives quips and seemingly has a more silly personality, which makes me think of Rick Jones personally. But while Venom takes on the A.I.M agents, Harlan McNeil attempts to figure out who's inside the symbiote by the body language, as he boasts to knowing the fighting style of every Venom host. Both of the Brocks, Matt Gargan, Flash Thompson, and Lee Price. And what he can tell for sure is that whoever is piloting the symbiote right now has never been seen in it before. A little Spider-Man is in the mix, which is true of all Venoms, which kind of throws off McNeil. But even so, he swears that he's seen whoever's inside that symbiote recently. And since he's been in custody since the gang war, the only time he could have seen them was right here in this courtroom. But the rest of the agents give up holding back the hostages so they can all focus on stopping Venom, which allows all of the hostages to run free, while Venom continues to put the beat down on all of the A.I.M guys. And McNeil notices that the tensile strength on the Venom webbing has increased as well, as Venom then unleashes a judo move while managing to web up two agents together in the process, causing Forsen and McNeil to be forced to translocate away from this fight. But before they leave, Forsen lets Venom know that he's studied every form of alien life and he knows symbiotes and Venom. And getting on A.I.M's radar was a grave mistake. But Venom rebuts that you've made our list and that's your grave mistake, because we're the all-new Venom, as he swings away. But after Venom and A.I.M all leave, the prosecutor proclaims that the Venom symbiote needs to be destroyed, despite just saving all of their lives. Meanwhile, conveniently, Luke Cage, Robbie Robertson, and Rick Jones all walk back into the courtroom together just in time to hear about the all-new Venom, as they ask what happened. But Robbie, meanwhile, tells Rick to grab Luke when he's free and meet him outside, because they need to talk in private. And when they meet up outside, they all realize that no one was around when the new Venom showed up, and none of them can vouch for each of their whereabouts during that time with a sufficient enough alibi, as now the whodunit begins. Meanwhile, though, we get an epilogue with Paul Rabin and MJ, aka Jackpot, as she arrives back home from a day of patrolling. And it's revealed here that they've taken in a homeless kid that's been through hell. And while they're talking, the kid calls out for MJ to get in there quickly. He also trash talks Paul, which is cool since nobody likes Paul. But he tells her that he studied the news footage from the trial, and there were 4 people who were in the room when A.I.M came from Madam Mask. But they weren't there when Venom arrived to stop them. And he points out our 4 suspects and tells her that one of these people has the Venom symbiote, as the kid is revealed to be Dylan Brock, the Prince in Black, as he proclaims that it's his symbiote and he's not gonna stop until he gets Venom back. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the issue. So what did you guys think about the issue? And how did you like the new Venom reveal? Also, after seeing all of the clues, who's your guess as to who the new Venom is? And do you like this mystery style reveal? I admit that I like me a good whodunit, so I'm happy with how this is starting out so far. But you guys know I want to hear all your thoughts and theories and expectations of this series going forward. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video and this channel, and you'd like to support the channel, then you can do so by stopping by the Comics Icons store and picking up some Comics Icons merchandise, including the background music heard right here in this video available for download. Or by joining the Iconic Fan Club channel membership, And there'll be a link in the description to join. But with your membership, you'll get loyalty badges, member shoutouts in these videos, and up to 20% off of Comics Icons merchandise from the Comics Icons store. And even a chance to put in a video request of your own choosing for me to post. Plus, we've got tiers to the memberships as well, beginning at just 99 cents. Or you guys could donate to the channel with a super thanks. And if you're not able to do any of that, then you can still help out this channel's future tremendously by dropping a like, share, and subscribing to Comics Icons for more icons in the comic book world. But ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. I'm out.